When I first took control of Link in the 90s, he was just a dinky little pixel man with only 3 colors. He was far away, same expression, no emotion, didn't talk, pretty boring really. But since those days, he's become the hero of time, the hero of Twilight, hero of the sky, wind and light. His image is seared into our cultural consciousness, the brave, silent swordsman, ever ready to save Hyrule. But the only thing that's really changed in 40 years is his haircut. Okay, maybe that's a bit harsh, but with each new iteration of The Legend of Zelda, Nintendo faces their same headache with Link. How do you evolve a character that was always intended to be such a blank slate? In the early days when I was playing Zelda 1 and 2 on the NES, Little Link was a means to an end, a mere extension of the player. Problem is that as video games have evolved, Link hasn't. He's still basically the same pixel man he was nearly 40 years ago, and this has developed into a bit of a double-edged sword for Nintendo. On one hand, his silence and lack of personality let players from all walks of life step into his brown boots, making Zelda games personal experiences. On the other hand, he's a bit weird. It also means that the little personality he does have is serious and unemotional.
The most expressive Link we ever got was in The Wind Waker, and to a lesser extent Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. His funny little animations and reactions were quite cute, and worked well with the cartoon art style of those games.
In the other 3D games, it was a miracle if his face moved at all. You'd get the odd grimace and gurn, but they were few and far between.
As we discussed in a previous video, Zelda's role has grown significantly in recent games like Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, becoming more fleshed out than ever before. But how
Okay, let's get real. Nintendo's got 3 options.
Okay, after you, I guess.
1. Make Zelda games first person, so we don't have to see Link at all. It just means that every Zelda game thereafter will have to feature some irritating Far Cry style exposition that gets really, really close to the camera.
What's number 2?
2. Make Link a character you design yourself, like Skyrim or something. You could even make Link a different class, like a Zora. Sorry about the fishy smell, everyone. That last boss was a right bitch.
I don't think that's going to work.
Or 3. Give us the ability to change Link's colour and sex.
No, I don't really like any of those.
See? This is the problem. Nintendo wants to have their massive cake and scoff it. They like Link being a character you step into the role of, but they also want the worldwide recognition of his famous face. Something's gotta give, because these things are at odds with each other, and it's getting weirder with every new game.
The real innovation comes not from changing Link per se, but from changing the world around him. Through all the different landscapes, puzzles, characters and technology, Link remains a steady hand in a world that's always changing. But as Zelda and other characters become more animated and vocal, it's getting increasingly more difficult to justify why Link stands there saying nothing. It's an Achilles heel in modern storytelling, and it's only going to get worse. From this, we could ask a simple question. Has Link become Nintendo's biggest creative constraint? It's true, the same accusation could be levied on Mario. After all, other than his famous exclamations, he doesn't talk much either.
It's not just Link and Mario, though. Zelda herself in Echoes of Wisdom became mute too. When they were both on screen together, it was like playing f***ing Wii Sports again.
Good point. Well, with Zelda, I mean. It's the approach Nintendo takes to the main character in many of its games. Actually, it's pretty much all of them. Animal Crossing, Donkey Kong, Kirby, Splatoon. Samus talks a little in the Metroid games, I suppose. But I can't really think of a big exception.
Fire Emblem.
Oh yeah, but Fire Emblem is far more story-driven.
So Zelda.
Oh, true. Oh, what a headache!
Perhaps it's better the devil you know, but with the upcoming Zelda movie, maybe we'll finally get over Link's silent stigma. Should Link ever open his mouth to being fully voice acted, it will undoubtedly cause a stir. Some will hate, others will love. For now, Nintendo seems happy with the status quo, so whatever the next 3D game looks like, it'll probably mean Link is still the strong, silent, if a little creepy type.
I've got a 4th option.
What's that?
Leave things as they are forever. Let's just watch the clumsy ways Nintendo explains why Link is standing there saying nothing while actual real people talk at him. I mean, if he can't even speak up when Zelda's being a bitch to him, he doesn't deserve a voice. So much for the Triforce of Courage. What's it made of? Toblerone?
Oh, hell, don't start.
It would be hilarious if he was silent in the upcoming live-action movie too.
You know, it could work.
No, it couldn't. It would be f***ing awful. It's probably going to be awful anyway, so the last thing we need is Link standing open-mouthed when someone asks why all their pots are broken and where all their rupees have gone. Oh, and as for Better the Devil You Know, one thing I do know is that if past Zelda game release windows are anything to go by, we probably won't hear a peep out of Link for the next 8 years anyway.